considering the nerfs and the buffs, which heroes are strong right now in the mid-season patch that happened 3 quarters past the season, since the season started. Hi YouTube. Hey, hello YouTube. So first things first, let's go with who's in S tier. We're not going to go one by one, we're going to go with S tier heroes. Okay, let's go like this in line. Let's stop at the first one, as you can see. Oh, okay, the classical chat. Kiriko's S tier, Lucio S tier. The Kiriko nerf doesn't matter that much. Lucio is still incredibly strong. So these two are still S tier in my opinion. From supports, any other support S tier? I might add somebody actually from supports a little bit later. Sojourn is still S tier, definitely. Winston sneaks in S tier, I would say, because of the Overwatch League meta. In case you're confused, this is the patch that they played in Overwatch League playoffs, and the meta was Winston, Sojourn, Lucio, Kiriko, Reaper. Now, I'm going to add Reaper to S tier as well. I think he can have like some counters over here. I think he can have some counters here and there. I think people are going to like push Reaper away. But there is somebody very special here sneaking into the S tier category. And you know who it is? It's everybody's favorite tank, Roadhog. Roadhog, I would say, is S tier in this patch. With Zarya and D.Va getting nerfed a little bit, and Roadhog being a classical counter to Winston, I would say. Kind of classical. You just break the bubble, you hook him, and then it's over. Hog will be meta. We'll see Hog and Winston being played a ton. Because of Hog being present and Winston being present, we might see Reaper being played here. Sojourn didn't receive any changes, so she's S tier. Keiko and Lucio didn't receive any changes, so they're S tier. Now, let's continue. We'll see if we're going to add other heroes here or not. I do not see a situation in which Soldier will be played. I'm gonna put him preemptively in C tier. He's not horrible, he's not good, he's okay. Ana. I might move Soldier to B tier. Ana is A tier. And before everybody goes like, how? Based streamer, why is Ana A tier? Ana is A tier because if Hog is played, Ana is one of Hog's hardest counters. And if you think about it, Ana, Kiriko, Hog, there are a lot of mind games going back and forth. A lot of mind games going back and forth over here, chat. So, definitely, Ana is going to be A tier. I don't think she's going to be S. I think Lucio and Kiriko will still be probably the 2 main supports you want to play with. But Ana is definitely A tier. Ashe. She's not bad. Just Sojourn exists, dude. Sojourn exists. So, I'm going to keep Sojourn here. Now, let's continue with Ashe. Debatable. I would say that you get more value out of Ashe than you get out of Soldier. On some maps, they might be played. So I'm going to put Ashe here. Okay. Bastion is situational. I'm skipping Baptiste for a bit. Bastion is situational. I'm not going to put him in B tier. Although, if you think about it, Bastion can kind of work against them. Gonna put Bastion... is he high? Is Bastion the same value as Ashe and Soldier if you think about it? Would I prefer having a Bastion on my team rather than a Soldier? I think so. I think I'd prefer having a Bastion on my team. He's very situational. I think I'd prefer having a Bastion on my team, especially against them, dude. We might see Bastion being played because, like, imagine a comp in which you play Kiriko, Ana, Bastion, Roadhog. Oh my god. That would be... Bastion is better than Soldier most of the times. Okay, Baptiste. Baptiste is not bad. And depending on the map that you play, Baptiste is going to be really good. So for example, on maps like on Circuit Royale, playing Baptiste and Zenyatta will still probably be like the strongest duo support that you can go with. Now, is he S tier? No. Is he D tier? No. Is he C tier? No. If you play Bop, are you throwing? It's debatable. I wouldn't put him... His A tier probably just... A tier or B tier. It's so debatable. It's so debatable. For ranked and stuff, I'm gonna put him A tier. A or B or B. A tier, A minus. He's in A tier. He's not bad. Brig. I'm sorry, Brig. I am very sorry, Brig, but there's no way in hell Brig is gonna work against these heroes. When Sojourn, Winston, Reaper, Hog, Lucio, Kirko, like you have these options, there's no way Brig will be played. I'm sorry. Brig is dead this patch still. No changes, no nerfs, no buffs. Brig needs some help. It's like Soldier. You have better options. Cassidy, C tier. You have better options. And that's just it. Period. Now, last time, and hear me out, last time Doomfist was in D tier. Why? Because Sombra was played a lot. But right now, Sombra got a huge nerf. And I don't think we're going to see Sombra being played that much. So Doomfist would be a minimum of C tier. Minimum of C tier. Now let's think, would Doomfist work against them if you're really good on Doomfist and stuff? I think you can actually force him. I think that Doomfist is sneaking into B tier. He's not A, not S, definitely. He's not the worst. And if you're really good with Doomfist, it's B tier. I would definitely have another tank, one of these two tanks in my team though. D.Va. D.Va, although the nerfs hit her a little bit hard, I will still put her in A tier. Same for Zarya, chat. You're not throwing if you're playing D.Va and Zarya. You will still get value out of both of them. They can kind of work against Winston and Hog, especially in ranked. If you're good with them, you should be fine. They're both A tier. They're not must picks. They're a little bit weaker than before. They moved from S tier from before to A tier. Genji. Moment of truth. That's how you say that word, but still, I'm trying. This will be difficult. Genji is difficult. He's not C tier. He's not S tier. I think I placed him S tier earlier. He's between A and B. Because I would put him B tier. I think Genji is B. Genji is B tier, chat. Definitely. He's not as strong as before. You would probably want other DPSs here. He's not... I would rather have a Genji in my team than a Soldier or Cassidy. He's still good. I'd put him in B tier. If it's a Genji main. Okay, so if this is Shatter, I'd be okay, for example. If this is Shatter. I'd put him in B tier. I think that in the majority of ratings, Genji will still get value and people will still not... speculate his strengths to the maximum. In the higher tiers though, he might fall a little bit lower. But do I have to pick between Ashe, Genji, Bastion? I'd prefer a good Genji in my team than a good Ashe or a good Bastion, honestly. So he's here. Hammond. Ball. I don't know about Ball. Ball is not D tier. Chat, imagine playing Ball against Hog Ana. That would be pain. That would be pain. I don't know about him though, dude. I don't know about him. Sombra not played, so he works definitely in more situations. Would I have Doomfist or Ball in my team? Depends on the player. I think I'm keeping him in C. It's either B or C. He's not A tier. Would I have a Doomfist rather than a Ball? Yes. I'm putting him in C tier. I'm putting him in C tier. I'm definitely putting him in C tier. And before we continue with who's D tier, chat, I'm sorry, but Junker Queen is going to get absolutely obliterated. There's no way you're going to be able to play Junker Queen against these heroes. I'm sorry, like Junker Queen is just D tier. Against Ara and Kiriko and Lucio, like, dude, no way. I'm putting her in D tier. In this meta, ain't no way. Ain't no way. My 2 cents. D tier and Doomfist and Ball climb up a little bit because of the Sombra nerfs. A little bit. Okay, Hanzo. I wouldn't have a Hanzo in my team. And if I do, it would be the same value as a good Soldier or a good Cassidy. I'm putting him in C tier. It's either between C and B tier, but I'm putting him in C tier. Dude, what DPS am I going to put in A tier? Oh, I know what DPS I'm going to put in A tier. I know. I'm putting the Hanzo in C tier. Honestly, I'd rather have... Oh, debatable. Ash or Hanzo? What would I want to have? What would I want to have? What would I want to have? So many questions. Do I prefer Hanzo to Cassidy Soldier? Depends on the map. Yeah, I'm keeping him here. I'm keeping him here. Junkrat. Chat, I'm totally not biased. Okay, Junkrat is definitely not going to be S tier. He is not A tier. Against these heroes and random spam and stuff, I would honestly have a Junkrat in my team rather than I would have Soldier, Hanzo, or Cassidy. I'm putting him in B tier. I'm not trolling you. I am not trolling you. Plus, imagine the lore connection between Hog and Junkrat. There's no way, dude. Chat, I'm trolling a little bit with this. I am trolling a little bit with this. But I would gotta have a Junkrat over here against these heroes. I would do this. I'm done. I am done. You have no idea how strong he is in ranked spamming randomly. You have no idea. Okay, Mei. Mei against them. I mean, Mei's a new hero. We don't know that much about her kit and in what comps she works. Yeah, Mei is kind of difficult. Mei is in A tier. I mean, we haven't seen Mei being played against Kiriko that much, and Mei actually kind of counters Kiriko. I'm not trolling you. I've said this in the Kiriko rules. Mei counters Kiriko. And you're gonna be like, the fuck are you talking about? Put the wall when she ults. The Kitsune stops. The Kitsune stops. You just have to hold the wall for the Kitsune Gash. That's it, it's over. You want to spam long range? Kiriko wants to spam long range. Boom. I think you have roughly the same damage long range, no damage fall off. Fight is happening and it's scuffed. Shh. Not to mention that if you play Kiriko Mei and everybody goes grouped up together and let's say you have the same chain invulnerability that you have with Reaper. So for example, if you play Kiriko Reaper, you should approach it like this, or Kiriko Winston. This is like what you should do when you play with a Kiriko and you have a Kiriko on your team. So you jump in with Winston, you place the bubble breaks, you get the Suzu, then you get out. Same with Reaper. You go in, you get the Suzu, and then use your rate, or you use the rate, and then you get the Suzu, one of the two. With Reaper, I would say the other way around, because you can disengage yourself. Meanwhile, with Winston, if you get the Suzu after, then you can just jump out. With Mei, it can be the same thing. You can go aggressive. She doesn't have like a disengage that good of a disengage, so maybe it will not work that much. But remember, think about a meta in which you would play Kiriko, Reaper, Mei, Russia. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I don't know, chat. I'm going to be a little bit wild with this. I'm not putting her in S tier. She's definitely not S tier. But I really think that she is actually a very sleeper strong pick. It's easy for her to do damage. Her ultimate is strong. I'm not putting her S tier, definitely. I'm not putting her C tier, not putting her D tier. It's between A tier and B tier. I have not seen... In theory, she might work. In theory, she might work, chat, because Kitsune Gash... Please, tell me. Is there a single stronger ultimate in the game right now other than Kitsune Gash? I think that Kitsune Gash... That Kitsune is probably the strongest ultimate in the meta right now. I think that is the strongest one. Now, if you can counter that two ways, by throwing your ultimate on it, or by putting the wall... She might work. Even if it's not the strongest ultimate, it might be among the top 3. I think that you can get huge value out of Mei. I don't care about this. I don't care if I'm right or not. I'm a content creator. I'm speculating this. I think that Mei... Plus, I think that Mei is A tier. I'm not trolling you. I am not trolling you. Okay? This is not for competitive... contenders or whatever. You can speculate the weaknesses that Mei has with the lack of mobility and stuff, but it does make a bit of sense with how scuffed the fights are. You have long range poke, you have the wall, you have the ult. I think that if you play Mei, if you can play Sojourn and Reaper and you play Mei against these heroes and stuff, I think that you can actually get huge value. Plus the freeze, the slow, it's so annoying, and it's gonna be really stressful, dude. It's gonna be really stressful to play against a really good Mei. Okay, Mercy, B tier. Because of how scuffed ranked is, I'm not gonna put Mercy in C tier. She's higher up than Brig, I would say. Would I pick Mercy compared to Bop? No, I would play Bop, but I've seen an insane amount of really good Mercy players, and pocketing a Sojourn is really strong if you can't play Lucio, and if you don't want to go with like a Ana Baptiste comp. I think that you can abuse if it's gonna be a mirror matchup and one player has Mercy. I think that she's in B tier. She's still a good pocket target, not optimal, but as you can see, Mercy slowly but surely sneaking her way up into the tier list. Moira. Would I have Baptiste or Moira? Nah. Would I have a Brig rather than a Moira? I'd have rather a Moira. Yeah, this is difficult, chat. I need your assistance here. What do you think? It's either A tier or B tier. I'd put her in B tier. I would put her in B tier here. Same thing. Would I have Ana or Bop before? B tier. In the majority of games... This is difficult. This is difficult. Nah, Baptiste brings more to the table, especially against like a Roadhog than Moira does. Moira just tickles and stuff. Like, yeah, you just don't get hooked. You have the lamp, you have the window, and you can actually window Roadhog if he's going aggressive. With Moira, not gonna do anything to him. You will be punished though by hyper dive if you play Baptiste. You will die a lot if you do this. But this, you see more than Moira in this meta, I would say this. I would say that the situation calls for Baptiste to be played more against Roadhog than Moira would. Why? I think I put Baptiste a little bit lower last time because Zarya and D.Va played a lot. Baptiste works really well with Zarya. Works well with D.Va too. I can't remember my last tier list. Whatever. It's still. I would put Moira in B tier in this. There you have like you have better picks. Orisa. Is Orisa okay? Wild thought. Hear me out. Wild again. We speculate. We are speculating. If you're good with Orisa and you duel, in theory, can you not absolutely roll a Roadhog if you cancel his vape consistently with your spear? I feel like landing the spear on a Roadhog is very easy to do so. I've seen some Orisas do that a lot. And they're actually picking Orisa to counter Hog if they don't want to go Hog. I don't know if she's going to sneak in the meta, but I don't think I would rather have an Orisa on my team. I'm putting her in A tier. Also, it's a good counter to like a lot of volts. I'm putting her in A tier. I think that Orisa is going higher up. You just ignore Orisa because she can't really protect or get picks. She can kind of protect, dude. I'm putting her in A tier, no shot. Yes, I don't care, chat. My tier list is scuffed and I'm gonna keep it like this. I am going to keep it like this. I'm speculating. These two picks are a bit wild picks. I'm keeping it like this though. I don't care. Farah. Yazan, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Yazan, but yeah, should I do it? B or C, chat. What do you think? I want to put her in C tier. I think she works and stuff, but I think that Echo is just better overall. Her ultimate, Farah's ultimate is close to useless. She's C tier. She's not the worst DPS. I feel like every DPS can work. I'm putting her in C tier, definitely. Definitely in C tier. Reinhardt. Okay. Is Reinhardt worse than Junker Queen? Hell no. Would I have Reinhardt higher up than I would have a ball? Maybe. He's not S. He's not A. He will struggle a lot though. He will struggle a lot. I'm putting him in B tier. On some maps, I can see him being forced. B or C. I'm putting him in B tier. Sigma, A tier. Undeniable. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not discussing it. For the same principle that Baptiste can work so well in so many matchups and stuff. I've seen a lot of great Sigma players play a lot. I think Sigma is A tier on a lot of maps. On a lot of maps, you have just better picks. But great Sigmas will always be able to get value out of him. His has always been a consistent pick overall. It's kind of like if you have a good Sigma or you have a good Diva, you can probably force them in 5 versus 5 almost everywhere. I'm gonna go with Sigma, dude. Sigma, I think that Sigma slowly but surely will become probably the tank that will never ever be unplayable. You had metas in which Diva or Winston was unplayable. I don't remember a single time when Sigma wasn't unplayable apart from maybe the launch. Sigma is just too strong. It just does too much. Now, I know that we don't have Echo. I know that we don't have Echo here. Okay? Echo would be higher up than Farah. I would put Echo in B tier. So this is Echo in B tier. This is Farah in C tier. I feel like Echo brings a little bit more to the table. But we'll have to wait and see. Sombra. I do not think Sombra is dead. I don't think Sombra is completely dead. Would I have a Sombra rather than these heroes? Yes. Will it be hard to play her? Yes. B tier. B tier. Definitely B tier. I'm putting her in B tier. I know a lot of you are gonna go like, she's unplayable. Maybe you're right, but maybe you're not. I'm putting her in B tier here. Okay, Symmetra. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. Just Sim doesn't work. Let's be real with each other. S tier. Symmetra S tier.
Being below
well, if you think about it, if she charges her beam, then she can just zap everybody. And no. If she works, then Junker Queen. I mean, on some maps she might work. On some maps she might work. I've played against and with some really smart Symmetras in my team. I'm putting her in C tier. On some maps she might work, but just for a little bit and very situational. And in the scuffness of ranked, I don't think Sim is that much of a throw pick. She's not optimal, but she might work. She's C tier. If I see a Junker Queen though, I'm gonna rage. Torbjorn. Okay. S tier, no. D tier, no. C tier, no. Everybody, S tier, A tier, S tier. Ah, I see, we're doing the troll one. We're doing the troll version. Here's my thought about this. I think that if you can't play Reaper, you should play Mei. If you can't play Reaper or Sojourn, if you play Mei or Torbjorn, you're probably gonna do pretty well. I'm not putting him in A tier though. I'm gonna put him in B tier. He might be really strong. This Mei being A tier is extremely wild from me. I don't want to go ultra wild and put Torbjorn in A tier, but I'm putting him in B tier here. Okay. Tracer. Not S tier. I could see Tracer being played. I could see Tracer being played a lot. I don't think she's a throw pick. I would see her. I'm gonna go here. Yeah, Tracer's A tier. Tracer will always be a staple in the DPS meta. I feel like she's not optimal and stuff. I'm putting her A tier. And even against them, against these enemies, I'm putting her A tier. It's hard. I'm doing it. The ghost buff is kind of nuts. If the ghost buff stays, she's A tier. If the ghost buff doesn't stay, she's A minus. Okay, Widowmaker. Where do we put Widowmaker? Where do we put Widowmaker, chat? Ghost buff. Ghost buff because apparently she does more damage. The damage fall off kicks in a little bit later than usual. Twitch chat opinions on where do you put Widowmaker? Apart from maybe Junkertown, First Point, and Circuit Royale, I don't know where you're gonna play Widowmaker, chat. I really don't know what I'm gonna play Widowmaker. What do you think? Where do you think? You think C tier? I'm thinking C tier too. I'm thinking C tier too. But it's Widow. And a good Widow can take over the lobby. And B. B tier. Zenyatta. Olaf's just destroying the door right now. I'm putting her in B tier just because of the hardcore Widow mains. Zenyatta. Where do you think is Zen, chat? Where do you think is Zen? Huh? Huh? I want to see. Look at Zen's face. Zen just had enough of this. Zen just had enough of this. You know what? I wanted to do a troll, and I wanted to drop him in D tier. But I've seen some players starting to do the following thing on long-range sideline maps where the neutral fight is happening. Hear me out. And I can see it working. On that Toronto map, on push, I can see that happening. I can see it on Circuit Royale. I can see on Junkertown. Depends on the Zen. Now, if he's going to sneak in, oh hell no. He's C tier. I'm putting him C tier for Zenyatta for this patch. On some maps, he might be good, he might be strong, but I think that literally any of the other support picks might be a little bit better. I'm putting him C tier, chat. If chat decided this one, you're kind of like in between. You know what, chat? Just for the YOLO of it, just because it's going to get people talking and flaming my tier list, I'm putting him in A tier. And with this mic drop, this is my tier list for the, what, 2 weeks remaining until Season 2 drops. This is what is going to be really strong if you want to win a lot of games in ranked. I think that Kiriko, Lucio are probably the two best supports right now. You could see scenarios in which you want to play Ana and Baptiste definitely a little bit more than the other supports. Mercy will always be a strong pick if you're pocketing the right target and they're not killing you. Moira, if you can't play anything else, will be good, not a throw pick. Zenyatta, I can see him being played situationally, but the situations for Zen are very rare. And Brig, unfortunately, I would actually move her to D tier, but because we had that Brig on Junkertown doing some pretty kinky stuff, I'm keeping her in C tier. For the DPSs, Sojourn is probably the most broken DPS here. And just for the sake of having two DPSs in S tier, I'm keeping Reaper in S tier as well. I would actually put him in A tier. I think that Sojourn is probably the only strong, incredibly broken DPS right now. I'm keeping him here because if you see Winston or if you see Hog and you play Reaper, you will have fun. Trust me, you will have fun. For the two tanks, the other tanks here, Sigma will always be good, not a throw pick. Orisa, I can see Orisa being played as a counter to Hog, might be strong. Zarya and Diva, not a throw pick, really good, can work. If you can play these two, or if the map calls for these two heroes, you'll get a ton of value. Tracer is just a strong DPS overall. Torbjorn, because Twitch chat decided to troll. And Mei, because I am curious how Mei players will counter Kiriko. Strictly because of this, I'm putting her in A tier. I'm super curious if they will be able to counter the ultimate that Kiriko has. If you place Mei's wall when Kiriko casts her ultimate, you stop the Kitsune. Okay, continue with this tier list. First of all, Echo, who is not here for whatever reason. Echo is in B tier. I would put Echo higher up than Farah. B tier, Echo, strong. Ashe, good overall. I think Bobby can create a lot of confusion. If you land a big TNT, you will force the Suzu, which might be good. If you're pocketed, would be nice. Bastion. Secret OP Bastion pick, pairing with a Kiriko or with a Baptiste against these two tanks, might be juicy. Doomfist, because Sombra's not played that much because she got nerfed. He bumped up a couple of tier lists. He's in B tier for me. Genji, not completely dead, I think. I would rather have a Genji in my team than I would have these heroes right now. This is why he's here. Junkrat, because Junkrat is my nemesis. I cannot win a game against Junkrat. I have no idea how he does so much damage and how the fuck he doesn't die. So I'm putting him in B tier. Mercy, not a throw pick. I honestly, I'm seeing Mercy players play her a lot, and she's getting a lot of value, pocketing a Sojourn because she's really strong. I think that Mercy will still be played quite a bit. If you don't want to go with, like, have a rounded up team composition. I'll explain Hog in S tier in a second. Moira, again, I talked about that. Reinhardt on some close corridor maps, he might work. I don't think Ryan's that strong, but I can see him definitely work more than I would be able to see Ball, so this is why he is in B tier. Sombra, situational, definitely not a must pick, but if you're good with Hug, you'll be able to pop off. Widowmaker, same principle, situational, but if you're good with Hug, you'll be able to pop off. Soldier, Cassidy, Hanzo, Farah, if you just feel like you're gonna land your shots with Hanzo, sure bro, go ahead. If you think that you're going to pop off with Farah, go ahead, but your ultimate is not gonna do that much, and these two DPSs are just outclassed by the other ones in higher rating, higher up in the tier list. Brig, I'm sorry, too easy to punish right now. I think she needs some ability reworks. Hopefully we'll see some soon. Symmetra, on some maps she might work. She's not a throw pick. I will not be upset if I see a Sim in my team. I think we can win games with Sim, but it requires a bit of team coordination and it's going to be a bit difficult. Zenyatta, might see him sneak in the meta, but the conditions for him to be played would be too perfect, would require like too many coordination for it to happen actually. I can see him being played no longer in sightlines. I've seen people focus Zenyatta on Junkertown, on Circuit Royale, he's a good pick. And even on New Queen Street, he's being played quite a bit. Now, Junker Queen, if you play Junker Queen for me, I'm sorry, bro. It's... No. Junker Queen, when he was really strong and stuff, no, I'm sorry. It's just, no comment. Okay, just no comment. It's like the same as Doomfist situation when Sombra was a thing. You know, same thing. So, yeah. You get rewarded with an avoid? No, but I don't know how we can win. We'll see. Now, why Roadhog is sneaking up here? Well, some things. Zaga has not played anymore, so it's harder to deny hooks. D.Va has not played anymore, although Hog kind of works against D.Va. If a hook would have happened, he could have in theory DM'd it. Whatever. The issue that we have at hand is the fact that because these two tanks are weaker, Winston's sneaking up. And because Winston's sneaking up in the meta, then Hog is a great counter to Winston. I think that Roadhog picking Roadhog to counter Winston is good. And also, one more thing that I said ever since I played Kiriko, I've said it, I have it on record in actually one of my first videos with Kiriko on YouTube. The best strategy to win in Overwatch 2. I have no idea how teams will be able to defend any points on payload maps when you use Kitsune Rush and Hog Ultimate. No idea. Even if you cancel Hog's ultimate, he still has it. And you have 3 cleanses when you do this. He has what? 3 hooks, 2 vapes. I don't know how you actually will counter Hog Rush. I'm sorry. I don't know what can you do to these 2 ultimates. I don't know. You will get booped off the map. It's not like you use Beyblade, Nano, Reaper, Speed Boost and stuff. I don't know how... Okay, fine, you can sleep dart him. How do you do this? With D.Va, I'm sorry, no. With D.Va, no problem. Hog is ulting, you hook the D.Va. DM is over. What else? Sleep the Hog. You cleanse the sleep, and then he still has his ultimate. May Blizzard. This is why she's in A tier. Because in theory, it might kind of work. You throw the freeze on the floor. You know what I mean? Orisa maybe. This is why Orisa's A tier. So, it's just how it is. Just how it is. We might see a Hogi meta coming in, chat. So, this is my final tier list.